Hi, this is Maurice Manhattan with the mold.Manuscript.com. The course just kind of want to give you an introduction, let you know I'm here and just talking to you live and through this video. And what I wanted to do is I kind of want to let you know a lot of people have been asking, what's going on with the mold, but you don't have to have this mold devour your home. The mold is getting a big issue, and there's really, if you understand this course, what I'm going to teach you and all this other stuff, there's no guesswork. You're not going to need to evacuate your home. You don't need that much experience, and you won't have that big of a problem if you just follow these guidelines and simple procedures. You're going to learn probably the most cost-effective way to find and get rid of mold. Now, this involves inspecting and removing mold. This is two very important pieces. Usually, you're going to have to hire one company to do one and another company to do the other. You're going to learn the whole kit and caboodle, the whole entire package, and it's very cost-effective the way I'm going to explain this to you. So I'm showing you this because a good handful of my friends could not believe how easy this process is. It really is simple once you understand and follow the guidelines you'll see through the audio courses, through the ebook and the manuscripts you'll get, and also the Q&A sessions. So why was it all kept such a close, tight-lipped secret, this information that I'm sharing with you? If you ever notice, a lot of the guys are charging tons of money. That's one reason. But another reason is I have a true story about the mentor I used to work with and how we learned all this stuff. And it was very, very difficult to just release this information, and it was kind of sad. You see, there was a senior mold expert that took a near-life death experience. And what happened was this: he would basically do mold inspections, and he would give protocols, the same type of things that I'm going to be teaching you. And he used to go into mold buildings, and sometimes he would wear a respirator, sometimes he wouldn't, but he was around it so much. And this is very important. If you have mold in your home, make sure you don't be around it so much, because he was around it so much. It was his career, and he was very passionate about it, just like I am. But what happened was he inhaled this so much, he actually had a stroke. He actually had a clot in his blood, and they defined it as a mold spore in the clot in his blood. This is a very true story. I'm not necessarily sure how a clot gets in the blood, but it did, and the doctor said that there was a bunch of mold spores in his blood, and this caused a reaction and created a stroke. And so this is really important. He held all this information. He would teach this information, right? And he would teach it to me, but he just didn't do it himself. So it's kind of my mission. He's retired now, and he gave me a lot of information, but it's kind of my mission to explain these things, because people are living with mold in their homes, they don't know it, and they're getting the itches, they're getting these coughs, and they're getting lots of more mold symptoms. So it's really important to understand the effects. And after this happened, sometimes before people see that near-life death experience, they share a lot of things with you, and this is what happened. And I was given the ability to share a lot of this information with someone like yourself to help you. And my mentor now, who is retired, and he's still alive and kicking, he just right now though gave me the ability to share this information, and it's really important. We don't want to see more people have this, and it's not fair to keep this a tight-lipped secret. You got to get it out there. So before I go any further, you should know this video will be coming down very soon, possibly before you even finish watching this, simply because there's a cost of hosting this video, and what's more important is there's only a limited amount of spots available to get into this course. So this is really important. What we do is there's not enough resources available to support everyone, so we have to limit the amount of people in this course, unfortunately. Rather than paying $25,000 to sit at my seminar, let me give you just some advice and some help to get you through and tell you what's going on. And if you got any mold issues and you tried to fix it, or maybe just let it sit around, don't worry. It's not your fault. You probably didn't necessarily have the information before, and more than likely, if you were like me when I first got into this business and I first had my own mold issue, you probably saw the price of a mold job. It's expensive as heck. And if you were anything like me, you were probably wondering, where do I start? What the heck do I do? I never worked with mold before. I started figuring out that this stuff was causing some health problems with myself, obviously with my mentor, and some of my family members, some of the people in my family. And the one more thing is, you didn't want really contractors. I didn't want them to charge me a fortune. And obviously my family was suffering, and this was the biggest thing, not having that ability to take care of them It's a thing when you have maybe the financial ability, or maybe there's a thing where you can fix something in the house where there's a leak, but you don't have that ability to take care of that mold problem or whatever it may be. And that's really important. And it's not necessarily your fault. There was just nothing available to teach, and this stuff was such a, like I said, it was a secret, and no one wanted to share it. So, in any type of course, I always say you should be skeptical. You should be wondering what's this information you receive. So, what I wanted to do is I just want to share and let you listen or let you see what the students were saying. You should always listen to the students of the course and see how they're doing. So, let me go ahead and open that up to you. So, here's some student case studies. And this is Jeff, and Jeff basically fixed his problem without spending thousands of dollars. And this was a great case study he shared with us. He learned how to completely fix the mold problem without spending $1,000. Thanks, Maurice. Your mold remediation course was simply right on target regarding every room you went through in your book. And that's something we do. We do real life scenarios, so you can just apply it to yours. And we have 10 years of real life scenarios in there, so you can learn from what we've done, what I've done, and kind of consulted on and been there. Another case study was from Andrew, and basically he fixed the remediation company's mistake. And this is big. A lot of people are getting mold remediation companies coming in, and then they find out they didn't get the problem right. Now, not every mold remediation company is wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are good ones out there. Some are expensive, though, and some will come in there, do the job, and then probably 3 months later they'll have the problem again. So here's Andrew's story. He basically said, we had a mold remediation company come in and tear everything apart. A few months later, we found that it was not fixed correctly. We could not afford another mold remediation company to do the same thing again. Plus, they didn't even fix the problem the first time. I read over your stuff about inspecting for mold and all the locations it could grow. To my big surprise, I found the source in my attic in the AC ductwork. It had a puncture wound, but would have never been found unless I went through your procedures you gave. And this is one of the real life procedures where there's some condensation that gets created through just the air vents, and having a puncture wound because the cold air and hot air creates some condensation, which you'll learn about. So another case study was, he said, this is Eduardo. He says he was done with everything in 3 days. This is huge. We want to get rid of this mold problem as quickly as possible, most efficiently. And what he did, he said, I had a huge mold problem, and my carpets were soaked from a pipe leak. We did not know what to do, and I was told about this course from a friend. Instantly, after reading through the first chapter, I knew I did not have to spend a large amount of money to get rid of my mold problem. The second part of the course was priceless. I used your 7-step process to fix my mold problem in about 3 days. Without paying thousands. That's Eduardo, and these are members that actually I spoke to and shared their I shared a lot with them and through this course, and they shared a lot of their experiences going through the course and helped me build it. And a lot more people have worked, done this, give information in this community. It really made this course. It is what it is today. So this is just one part of this course, is how to get your mold problem taken care of correctly. Our goal is to get it done within 3 days, maybe even less, depending how big it is, how small it is. So what I found out, what everyone needed in every mold situation was they want to be done with it, make sure it never comes back. They wanted to enjoy living in their home, obviously. Some people had to leave their home, unfortunately. They needed to know if they could leave it alone or remediate it further. They needed to know, do I have to do a mold remediation, or can I leave it? And there's exact procedures to follow, and what clues you have to look for, and if you can just leave something alone or not. That's all in this course. And also, the more importantly, you can just work on it for a few hours and be done. And we've had many case studies that show this, and you're going to learn a lot of them as well. And hopefully, if you follow the course, you'll see that it only takes a few hours, depending on the situation. So other experts are not teaching this, and more than likely it's because they're getting paid a fortune to do this work. And this is just something that's the reality of it. As you know, the reason why I'm sharing with you is my mentor. This is something that we're out there as our mission. But people, you can either, it's not a problem, you can have a professional do the job. And this course will help you make sure the professional is doing the right job, but they're getting paid a fortune to do this work. And you're going to get the exact procedures and the protocols. What I like to do is I give no fluff, no filler, just cut to the chase procedures. When I do these seminars and I do live speaking events, there's no baloney in the mix here. You need to know the exact step-by-step process. When we get too much information, we get mixed up, and that's why in this course you're going to be dripped into the course. And what I mean that is the information will be dripped into you, so you have it strategically given to you step by step along the way. way. And what you're going to learn with these procedures is how to find mold like a professional. I was a mold inspection professional for many years. I worked with industrial hygienists, and I was a CMC, so I had all the protocols and procedures that I needed. I'm going to teach those to you. You're also going to learn how to remove mold without expensive machines. This is big. If you can do mold remediation without these expensive machines, which mold remediation companies charge a fortune. You also will learn error-proof, 100% error-proof, easy to follow procedures and systems. And like I said, not only are you getting a training guide and a whole ebook on how to do this, but you're getting audio training and procedure printouts and step-by-step printouts to follow. So I know you're probably wondering the price. I'm going to get to the price in just a moment. Hang on. But what I want to let you know is, as a mold inspection usually can cost upwards around $1,000. And having a mold inspector just come out, they can either charge you to drive to the place or just to charge you an hourly or a set fee. But it's going to cost you upwards of $1,000. Not only that, they're going to then have to do air samples and take those into laboratories, which could be $100 a piece. And what they're going to state, and this is not a problem, but they're going to state this, that in order to make sure this area is taken care of correctly, they need to do samples. And what they're going to do is they're going to charge you $100, possibly $150, whatever it may be, and just to do and start the process. I'm going to teach you what you can do using the same procedures that these inspectors use to look for mold, not needing the air samples, to get a good understanding if the mold is there or if it's not, just by what's going on. A mold remediation can cost upwards of seriously $10,000 to $50,000. Mold remediations are huge and they're expensive. Like you know, they can be really messy. You may even need to evacuate your home, which will then cost you $69 a night at a hotel possibly. And then when they're all done, after maybe bulldozing the room or getting rid of the cabinetry, tearing down the drywall, you then need to put the stuff back up. This could be a big headache. And when they're all done with this, then and only then they'll ask for a reinspection when all done, and that costs even more money. Now, what I want to tell you, it doesn't need to go that far. There's easier ways of doing this. Obviously, there's great companies out there and they'll get it done. But there's easier, more cost-effective ways to get this stuff all done. You can also sit in a seminar which has costed most people over $25,000. I've done seminars for healthcare facilities, government agencies, mold companies, academic universities, Florida Atlantic University, and all other different types of universities around the United States. And a lot of times they pay up to $25,000 for me to teach them the bare essentials to do all this. Because not only are you learning how to be a mold inspector, you're learning how to be a mold remediation or a mold remediator. And these are two very, very important trades that you'll need to learn, and you're getting them both in this course. And I offer it in a very simple, strategic way that is dripped into you, so you get these courses through email and online so you can follow it. You're not going to have to pay anywhere near $25,000. Obviously, you have a mold problem. And before spending thousands, I'm confident I can help you make it go away for good. I wouldn't expect you to pay 25 grand and hope that it will go away. I would like to help you make sure this problem is taken care of, and I'd like to give you access to this mold manuscript and all the courses so you can then share your story with the other new members that are coming in. And this is how our group works. We help each other out. And so you're not going to pay anywhere near 25 grand to do this. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the same thing my seminar attendees get. And what that is you see the mold manuscript. This is a full guide on how to find mold and remediate it. There's tons of chapters in here with over 10 years of real life scenarios on how to find mold, also on how to remove mold. One of the beginning of the book is talking about how to inspect for mold. This is your first step of the process. You need to know where to find the source of the problem so it never comes back to haunt you. Like I said, there's 10 years of real life scenarios in this that give you the exact solutions. Let's say maybe in the kitchen, maybe in the bedroom, maybe in a carpet, maybe in a bathroom. It'll tell you exactly real life scenarios so you can apply it to your real world scenario. You're going to know every area that could be causing the problem. There's no more guesswork. And of course, as anything I do and I teach is a systematic way, a step-by-step guide strategy. So I use when I find wherever the mold may be growing, you're going to understand that as well. So you're going to learn to analyze your mold problems so you begin removing it immediately and correctly. And these are some of the most tight-lipped secrets by mold inspectors, and I'm going to give you that checklist so you can follow along, and I'm giving you real-life examples. So let's move on to the second half of the book, And the second half is the mold remediation course, and this is exactly how to remove the mold. You're going to learn what equipment you need, which is most likely in the garage already. I mean, you might not even need equipment, and you'll find out there's better ways to read in the mold remediation course to how to do the removal process if need be. You're going to get exact mold removal procedures for many popular locations in your home. This is great for a person who has mold, or maybe you just purchased a home, or your real estate, or you're a contractor, or a janitorial. These are the type of information and procedures you're going to want to use to get rid of your mold problem. It's a simple, again, step-by-step strategy that I use in my own mold remediations and when I manage mold remediation companies to do the job correctly. And you get my highly valuable 7-step mold remediation procedures that you can use immediately. So not only that, you also get the audio courses. So as you read through this book immediately, you'll get this immediately on the next page. What you're going to also notice is you're going to get an audio course on how to find mold. This is 2 big audio courses. The first one is the Introduction of a Mold Inspector's course. So you're going to have an intro course and you're going to have the advanced course. And the first one you'll go through is the intro, and the second one is the advanced. And it'll teach you everything you need to know, real life scenarios and all. After you go through that, you're then going to learn how to remove mold like a mold remediation company, and you're going to basically find out all the strategies you'll need to know to remove mold. There's also, again, 2 courses involved in this, 2 live audio courses. One on how to, the introduction on removing mold, and then the advanced course, so you're not lost in the dust. And basically, I help you go through that through an audio and an ebook so you can learn how to do this all yourself. So you're not going to have to pay anywhere near $25,000. You're not even going to have to pay $197. You're not going to have to pay $97 and not even $67. So here's the thing. While this video is still up, because there's limited spots available, you will get this special bonus access to this program, to the course, the entire course, and to the community for a one-time fee. There is no it's a full course where there's going to be no additional fees. It's just a one-time payment, and this is an introductory price to make sure that people are serious, and we can't let everyone in. There's only a limited amount of available spaces. So all you're going to have to do to get in is just pay $47, and you're going to get this full course that I actually give and release to the people that paid $25,000 at our seminar. You're going to get pretty much the same thing, and you're also going to have it sent to you through an email course, through the online. You'll get some great information, and you'll get your home back to normal. So why is the price $47? And if you don't know me yet, this is exactly how I got the name the Mold Savior. When you go through a lot of times the inspections that I did, the mold remediations, I've seen people lose their homes to mold remediation companies because they couldn't pay for the project. I also seen a lot of people get very sick, and there needed to be a better way. And after discussing with the mentor, my mentor, after doing this many years, we finally found a systematic way which we can help people that couldn't necessarily or didn't want to go that route of hiring a company, but wanted to learn, understand either this for their trade or for taking care of their family and taking care of their house, or possibly if they have a problem with their renter or the landlord, they're going to have the information they need to then go ahead and make sure this mold problem gets taken care of, or they can tell their landlord to take care of it as well. So all this information is given to you for just $47, just because we want to really help you. That's our mission in this course. We see it's pretty deadly, this mold, and we don't want to see anyone have that problem. So what you get to do is you get to try out for 60 days. And if you don't see your mold problem become non-existent in 3 days, no problem. If it's not gone in 3 days, you still get full 60 days to work it out with me personally. You get email access, you get online access, and you'll get the course sent to you. And if that still doesn't work, not a problem. I'm here to help. But if that still doesn't work, I want to let you know about my guarantee. And what my guarantee is, no questions asked, 100% money back, 60-day guarantee. If you can honestly state that your mold problem is not entirely eliminated, no matter how bad or how long the mold has been there, and if you don't thoroughly enjoy being the mold specialist in your neighborhood or home and fix the problem in a 3-day span, my team and I don't deserve to keep your money. You have every right to ask for a full refund and not be charged for the product, and there'll be no questions asked, and of course, no hard feelings whatsoever on our part. And this is really important. And just for wasting your time, you still get to keep all the bonuses in the courses. This is plus get direct email access to me if you still need be. You win either way, and you will get rid of your mold problem And that is our mission here. It is my mission here, and that's my guarantee to you. I also want to let you know there's one more special bonus. This is the unadvertised bonus, and after you go through the course, you're going to receive 3 FAQ audio sessions. And what that allows you is that is a basic full training course. Now, what happens here is when you go to our live seminar for $25,000, we will usually sell this product, and that is a $297 product we usually sell. You're going to get it free with this course. There are 3 audio sessions. They're live FAQ sessions where you get to listen to me answer questions, and the first training session is going to be about mold remediation. Your second training session will be mold inspections, all the question and answers that we have about mold inspection. Finally, we like to collaborate with the group, and all of our members, we get Q&As with all our members, and you get to listen to that so you can kind of compare and see what's going on with the group's problems compared to yours, and we get a problem and a solution to everyone's mold problem so it gets fixed and taken care of correctly. It's a very, very powerful audio session, and you get them sent to you. You get to listen to them directly on your computer. So here's how to get started right now. All you have to do in order to get the same course that I give to my people in my seminar and get this at a very low introductory price. Now, the only reason why we have introductory price is because we only have a limited amount of spots available. And if we gave this thing away for free, it wouldn't be fair to the people that really needed this course. So we try to make it very affordable. As you can see, this is a very expensive course. We're giving it basically even more than half discounted price. And our job is to make sure you get taken care of. So to get this problem, to get your mold problem taken care of right away, all you have to do is scroll down. You'll see a link below this video. You can click on that link. You'll be taken to the product area, and you can just click to order the product. Or you can read down the page and find out more what's in this product, all the details, some of the stories, and some of the live examples, and get a little better understanding of this mold manuscript. Either way, scroll down. There's a link there. Click on it. You'll be taken directly to the product area where you can order on a secure ordering page. And I hope to see you on the inside of our mold manuscript course.